Are we live now? No, you gotta stop doing this to me, buddy. Welcome to D&D Tonight.
Does somebody want to? Somebody want to help him?
Nope. Welcome to D&D. Gosh, dang it. This is what happens when we don't.
This is a recorded one, right? Like we're editing this.
No,
one?
this is
y'all
live.
are editing this, yeah?
This is.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Welcome to D&D Tonight. My name is Bradley. With us we have Dom, Allison, Jonathan as a returning guest star, Liv, and Adam, the man who, no matter how many times you tell him it's okay if you don't come, doesn't take the hint.
It's the antidepressants, really. It's one of the side effects.
God. Oh boy, howdy.
Oh no, I can be there. 5 hour earlier? You got it. Last time that we were here. Oh wait, hang on. Let's go ahead and do our sponsors first. Oh my gosh, where's my brain?
I don't know. You need to get it together though.
Spicy.
You can hear the laughter. That's my production team laughing. People who essentially put on this show.
AKA, honestly, the production team, my #1 hype crew. Love you. Besitos.
Thank you for corporate streams for putting on our show. Thank you for Requiem, Coffee, Tea, and Fantasy in Anaheim to allow us to use their space to record. Thank you to Kyler Kellogg for doing all the amazing work that we have on our show. The last time that we were all together, literally what happened in the last episode is there was a confrontation on Fabius Creek where everyone decided he needed to die for what he did to El Terrell, selling it out to this mysterious force called Zalriel. Wow, are you making fun of my hand gestures now? Is this what we're doing? Fine. Anyway, they made a new friend, something called the Hidden Lord that is entrapped inside of a shield. They then went out back into the city and hung out at Fallister Fisk, an agent sent from Candlekeep with Evard and Minth to basically lie low, recover hit points, and discuss a few things. The lads went on a shopping trip for fireworks and magic items. The girls went to a magician to find out. Bus Edvard went on a trip that they really wanted to include you in that.
Because we love him.
The three of them went on a trip to visit Emberlyn Scoon, who pointed them in the direction of Candlekeep itself to find a way to get to Avernus, where the Hidden Lord has said that Zalriel is plotting to bring Baldur's Gate back down. They also completed their quest for the Flaming Fist and can then be financially compensated. Now, that picks us back up after everyone has reconvened at Fallister's place, I'm going to say. Yes.
When we were leaving, Merritt kind of...
Valid.
Yeah, when we were leaving, I stepped back, I did the whole, I'll catch up with you later, guys. I'll catch up with you later. And I did some shopping of my own.
What would you like to purchase?
I am purchasing food. I'm purchasing, just like makings for dinner, fresh ingredients, all sorts of stuff.
It's like a magic ass dinner.
Alrighty. Then that would take you into the upper city.
Oh, we don't have to roleplay it. I'm just saying,
I'm letting you know for the people at home, our dear viewers.
Because everybody loves shopping trips in D&D. That's the #1 thing.
We can expedite it. You go to the wide in the upper city, you pick up the best stuff, and you bring it in, and you go ahead and you get it.
Oh, I buy a bottle of ale. I do the whole shebang.
Oh yeah. For all of that food, and for nice stuff in general, we'll go ahead and chalk that up to, say, 15 gold.
Okay.
For a real nice dinner, stovetop, and some libations, of course. So 15 gold is going to go ahead and get you all that. You can backpack that all the way down to the upper city. Make a perception check.
Oh, boy. Okay, perception, that's going to be 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. One of the places you went to was a bakery shop, and they were able to secure you 7 beautiful golden brown, just iced cinnamon rolls, of which a pickpocket tried to steal some from you.
Oh, yeah, no, I definitely catch the pickpocket.
Yep.
And I blink. And I reach into my pocket and I pull out 2 gold, and just put it in their pocket, in their hand.
He just runs away. He does not say anything else to you, but just runs off.
That's okay. And then while I'm walking home, or not home, it's not our home, but while I'm walking back, can I do another perception check to see if I see any, doves?
Sure.
Birds. that's gonna be. I just did a perception check. 8. It's 8.
8. You see no doves.
Okay. Do I see any crows?
You do not see any. You see no crows.
Show me the
Just
bird.
pigeons.
What's that?
Just pigeons and
Just-
peacocks.
Yeah. Metagaming pigeons, the like. Everyone will reconvene back at Fallister's place.
I start cooking, shoving it up.
Merritt is very busy in this kind of like kitchenette area, just like taking up all the space, moving everything around, using any square inch that she can to set up what is a beautiful and well-crafted dinner. Or so we think. Go ahead and make a...
I was gonna ask, can I help her cook dinner?
Can I have advantage because this would have been some? I cook. This is something I would have done growing up.
Yeah. You can roll straight for something that you have done before, like any action, but you are not getting advantage just because you've done it. Just because I've cooked dinner before does not mean the next time I make it for Charlotte, she's going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
If anything,
She just smiles and bears it.
yeah,
Look, I'm just saying.
I don't like how everyone just laughed over there.
Listen,
Studio audience.
I'm just saying that I've baked my snickerdoodles a million times. They always come out perfect. They're crowd pleasers. Anyway, I would say that I'm proficient in snickerdoodles, but that's just Olivia. Wait, what kind of roll is it?
Do you want me to ask? I will ask them. They're wondering if you can make production snickerdoodles.
Yes, I'll make production snickerdoodles.
You could have said,
Anything for them.
are you allowing Oliver to assist you with cooking
Yes,
dinner?
yes.
Then you may have advantage.
Yes, thank God. Okay. And what do I roll? What do I add?
I'm going to say that this is... this will be a performance
Yeah.
check because it has to do with expressing yourself culinarily.
That's so happy to have Oliver's help. That's going to be 22.
Guys. Merritt cooked. And Oliver helped.
It's food.
And it's
Yeah.
hamburger helper.
We shoved that bitch.
You're all treated to a delicious meal. Cooked pheasants, hot vegetables,
Warm bread.
warm bread.
I got a nice bottle of ale.
That's it.
Even I'm drinking.
Sorry, viewer, that was not fun for you.
It always is.
So I just figured that maybe, we could have like a little dinner since we've done so well. And
You've been around that shield all day. Have you had any like weird nightmares?
I left the shield here. I didn't think it was a good idea to take it into town, so no.
Oh, okay.
What did you guys do today?
I don't know. I had some nightmares or something while I was holding it. So.
Do you want to talk about it?
I what?
Do you want to talk about it?
They were just like I would describe them as nightmare.
Like what?
Do they mean anything to you?
Like a lot of lakes of blood and fiery things.
That's not normal.
I know it's not. I've seen things that I didn't. Apparently, this is all messing with me now. So
What do you mean?
I don't know. I picked up the shield, and maybe the shield is messing with me, or I don't know. You guys seem to pretty uppity about me not having it anymore. So I don't know.
Merit, you have the shield. Have you experienced anything like he said?
No.
I mean, you burned that guy. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Why did you do that?
Should have got the shield to help make dinner.
The shield's not nearly as good at cooking as you are. So
Thank you.
That's okay.
You hear only in
Overcooked
your head,
every
Merritt. He's right, I'm not.
In my head, I just was like, it's okay. It's okay. When I opened up that box, it revealed that, he had everything to do with El Terrell's falling, and I know I left home like a long time ago, but home is still home, and I couldn't stand for that.
I'm not worried about him dying. I'm worried about why you had to burn the body.
We had to make sure he wasn't coming
I
back.
saw what happened
Yeah.
with that shield.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Are you what? Do you believe me? Roll some dice, boy. Be about it.
Do I have to roll? Do I have to roll that?
You can make an insight check to be certain if she's lying or not. You can always have your suspicions if someone's being dishonest. Yeah.
I want to speak
Suspicion.
to Merritt telepathically.
Okay. The link is set.
Do you want to ask everybody else about the shield? Let them hold it, see what happens.
I'm gonna cast Detect Thought.
Okay, hold on.
How do you know that I'm doing this?
No, hang on.
Like, we're all sitting here, like.
Yeah, we just get quiet and look at each other. It's a little weird.
Justify why Zeren would cast Detect Thought.
Because she just said they're standing here, like sitting here looking at each other.
I don't have to be looking at her. It just has to be
Yeah,
something
she could
within
be
60
shoveling
feet.
food in her mouth.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Well, I mean, other than the fact that she's being suspicious on it, explaining why
Look,
he
if
casted
you-
a fireball from the shield, she's hiding something.
If that is your reasoning behind it, and not because they're currently speaking, then I will say you can go ahead and use Detect Thoughts.
Wonderful.
It is not a quiet spell, so people are going to hear you try to listen in on conversations.
That's okay.
Okay.
Is there a verbal component?
There definitely is a verbal
Yes,
component.
verbal, somatic, and material. But
Wow.
focus.
So you just
and
like
play.
start digging around in your
At the
back-
dinner table.
Really?
Well,
Wait
I
till you're
play. I
alone.
play.
No,
That's
sir.
what I do.
No spells at the dinner table, please.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep
wait till
playing.
you're alone.
Sit here quietly and stare angrily at everyone.
But do you say anything?
Maybe. We'll see. But that's not a bad idea.
Well, since
Maybe
three
why?
of you are being absolutely quiet, I'm just gonna like look at him. So, how's your day?
I'm glad we're back. I
Yeah.
felt really underdressed most of the time.
Yeah. Did you get that alcohol you were gonna get?
I forgot. I
Oh.
get a little bit nervous around people. I had to, be with a bunch of wizards. I don't know magic that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a weird bunch.
Yeah, I need a cloak or something. I show too much green.
I think you're lovely.
Yeah. I mean, it's not
Thank
that.
you.
It's more of like a light shade of snot.
Oliver,
What? Am I wrong?
you can't call people snot. That's
I didn't. I said it's a
He
light.
can't. He can't. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Not necessarily the idea, it's how you express it.
Yeah. And I said it's a light shade of snot.
The better shade.
Yeah. He's not sick. There's not some sort of infection.
So, Zeren, you're from Baldur's Gate, and you guys all know that I'm from El Terrell, so I just realized I don't really know where you guys are from.
I mean, I've got a long, extensive history with the Close-Off family.
Well, go ahead.
Well, Dad was a hard ass in the military. Mom died, which made him close off. Close off, not the last name.
But like clothes, like,
yeah,
like
clothes.
emotionally.
Yeah. And then my brothers died, and I got injured in the Great War, and so they put me on guard duty at a prison camp.
Go ahead and make a history check for me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I feel like that was what you were going to ask for, too.
I was actually going to do insight, but history works, because I'm better at that. So that's going to be 18.
Okay, now roll a separate insight check, since you wanted to do that.
Oh, off the.
Off the cuff. That's going to be 13.
13. So with the 18, you're not aware of any significant battle outside, like, El Terrell's not too far away from Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
If there was a war, you would probably know about it.
It's been, yeah, like definitely.
There have been skirmishes and internal power struggles and conflicts of that nature. There's not been an outright war in some time. And what's even more shocking is that upon your insight check, Oliver believes he is telling the truth.
Who was fighting in the war? Like, how old are you? There hasn't been a war in years.
No, it's fairly recent. It's a pretty big conflict.
Yep.
Big scheme question.
What's that?
I said big scheme question.
Okay.
How deep can I go with Detect Thought?
How deep do you want to go?
Stuff that he doesn't even know.
You mean like for repressed memories? He's you're gonna have to make. He's gonna make a save if he's gonna block you out, and then you might have to make a
Is he
save.
gonna block me out or is
What if he's a willing participant?
whatever?
If he's willing to
What if we
participate,
talk him into it?
look, is that what's happening?
Okay,
Is my
okay,
question
okay,
okay.
Can we
first.
get his
This is our
consent?
first episode of movie night.
Oliver,
Inception.
like there hasn't been a war in years. Not as long as I've been
No,
alive.
it was between the orcs, and it was this huge conflict. And I ended up getting injured, so I was at one of the camps And I saw that the way that people were treating the orcs, I didn't like it. And so I started sneaking them out, and I got caught. And then they tried to kill me.
Would I know anything about it?
Roll a history check. Roll tide. And you 6. You don't know anything about it.
Classic orcs.
Doesn't sound familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, so...
That doesn't.
Well, no, the orc camp, they stitched me up, and I kind of got on my feet, and I started heading towards, civilization. And then that's when I ran into our witch friend.
Can I make a history check too?
Sure. Absolutely. If you would like to join
This was not great. That's gonna be a 9.
you were in academy for a certain amount of time and moved around a bit. You weren't up to date on like what was going on. Your interest was really in the arcanical. You don't know what he's talking about, but there's also room where you probably aren't the best expert on it.
I'm just saying there was never a war.
Never?
I mean, there's been wars throughout history, and like I studied them, but
So when
when did this happen?
I don't have an exact timeline because I got knocked out after the prison break.
For how long?
Don't know. I came to in the orc camp. They appreciated me saving them, and then I came to and went on my way.
I've heard, I remember, sometimes people would come in for healing and stuff at the temple, and sometimes people get hit in the head so bad that they forget things. So.
Yeah, I mean, me and him went and looked up my records, which I thought was odd that I wasn't there, but the guy chalked it up to clerical error.
I don't know. It just seems weird.
When was the last war with orcs?
Ten.
10?
Yeah.
Last war with orcs? We're
That
talking.
involves them, yeah.
We're talking. Well, that involves them. Orcs and half-orcs have fought on certain sides before. Usually more unscrupulous characters from certain areas. The last real orc incursion happened hundreds of years ago.
Okay. We're talking hundreds of years ago, Oliver. Hundreds.
No, weeks.
Oliver, how old are you?
Like 32? I don't know, I stopped counting. No one really celebrates a birthday, so,
Yeah.
I want you to know that I trust you.
Yeah,
Things just seem weird right now.
Yeah.
I know, right? They didn't have
You-
me in the files. It's strange.
You understand that, right? That
I mean, a lot
Something's
happens.
not-
No, I mean, this all... I mean, the army moves a lot. I mean, who knows? This all seems fine.
You understand that there's something that's not adding up, though, right?
No, this all adds up in my head.
Oliver, have you ever been closely connected to the church at all? Any
Oh,
sort
God,
of
no.
religious? Oh, okay.
Are you getting this?
I'm just soaking everything in. I don't even... I have to think about it before I even realize what any possibilities could be.
It's just weird. Okay, actually, Oliver, what year is it right now?
Oh, thank God, I'm not the only one.
None of us know. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's just,
27.
Who is the fantasy president right now?
Yeah. I didn't vote for him, so I don't know.
Oliver, it's important to exercise your vote, okay? Fantasy votes count. Fantasy
I want
votes
to go to
matter.
jury duty, though.
I would
thought
say
this
the
was a
current year
monarchy.
is 1464. Oliver, you would have no reason to believe that it is any, you don't really keep track of the date itself, but you've also read the paper quite a bit, so you know that it's 1464.
It's 1464. What of it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, God damn it.
You read that newspaper, right?
The newspaper.
Today is.
He was very closely involved.
That's almost like an alibi. Weird.
Yeah.
and what year were you born?
Wait, what year was it again?
1464, so 32 years ago. You can do the math, right?
So much
1432.
pressure.
We don't play the same for math,
Yeah.
obviously.
What?
Yeah.
You don't know? English also.
1432. Sure.
Shiny rocks.
Yeah.
Shiny math hooks go click, click, click.
It might as well be
This has
bones.
devolved into
Yeah, anyway.
1432. Why?
Um, 1432 Fantasy Columbus.
I really don't know. I mean,
Why are you guys so
it
bad at
doesn't
shape
seem
about
like he
this?
really knows anything.
It's weird.
I mean, he must know. It was a huge orc encampment I came from.
Wow.
Do you know anything about a war?
My mother used to tell us about war, yes.
It's a little racist.
How long ago was that?
I never cared to ask. But yeah, I only lived with her for a little before I was dropped off at Candlekeep. You know, speaking of Candlekeep, actually, I think the guy, the rope guy that you guys talked to, I didn't talk, but you guys talked to him. He was talking about Severa. She's my boss. I didn't want to correct him because, you know, I felt a little bit naked, but I think she's talking about my boss. Yeah. So whenever, if you guys, you know, need to get in contact with her, she does study the 9 hells. That's as far as I know.
So she'd be
And
able
you
to,
didn't say anything?
but you'd
Yeah.
be able to maybe put in a good word and help us, right?
Sure.
Thanks. That'd be great.
Thank you for the food.
Yeah, no, of course. Please, eat.
Next time, don't be a dick.
I'm not being a dick. I'm being honest. I'll curse at you in Orcish.
He understands it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, at a certain point, Fallister and Minth come back from outside. They're like, "Sweet, is this for us?"
Yeah.
Like it. And like, goes ahead and makes themselves a plate. They're like, "All right, we came here what we came to do. I've been thinking a lot about it and talking with Minth. We think you should come to Candlekeep with us.
Yeah, I would
Tie
have
up
to agree.
any loose ends that you have here, and we'll head out, go together, and talk to our boss, debrief, see if we can get you guys in. Wouldn't be too much of your time, and honestly, it'd probably help for our greater good. Also, maybe they'll toss us some coin. Not a lot, but maybe a little bit. Information is knowledge to them."
I take out my 3 gold so I can even it out and give it to them.
Well, that seems like the opposite of what's happening here, but okay, yeah, sure.
Oh, I thought you asked for gold.
No, we will pay you for your information.
Oh, well, you just helped out, so there you go.
Fair enough.
If we are going to do this, though, and if we really are gonna go to hell, I know we've been working together, but like, I don't know. It's a dangerous
The
place.
shield
What
talks.
are you thinking about? What are
Why
you
did
thinking?
you tell me?
So that's what you guys were rambling about. I thought you guys were talking about how cool the fire was.
Okay, yeah, the shield talks to me. It's not a big deal.
That's cool.
What does it tell you?
Yeah.
I mean,
Why
it
did-
wants us to go to hell to break its bonds, and if we do so, we might be able to bring El Terrell back.
I don't even know what it is.
So did I piss off the shield by picking it up? Is that why it gave me like a nightmare? I don't, or like a daymare?
That's why I said it. It talks to me, it talks to her, it did something weird to you.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
everybody
I
should
get
hold
invited to
it
the party.
and see what happens.
I go out and I get the shield.
Gently.
You're fine. You're fine. Just be yourself, okay? Just be yourself.
I'm always myself. Who
I
else
know.
would I be?
Hey, you're great. Don't change.
Alrighty. She takes out a very wicked-looking shield.
He hasn't touched it yet. See what it does to him.
Same.
Fine then.
You touch it, nothing happens.
I don't see what all the hubbub is about, but okay.
I check in with the shield and just, is everything okay?
You all hear in your own head, it's like, yeah, I just like to mess with people. I speak. The girl is correct. I'm the Hidden Lord. I've been trapped inside the shield.
That's a
I'm
little
trying to return to Avernus to complete my work.
Well, what's your work, and what got you in this shield?
Yeah, tell us your story, shield, daddy.
Well, a lot of it happened over a period of many years. I've been stuck like this for some time now. But I can tell you the basic broad strokes just to save on time. A long time ago, there was a celestial named Zariel. There was a court that was adjourned in the plain of the Modron, where they decided whether or not Avernus, the prince of all evil, Asmodeus, was guilty of certain crimes. It was a year-long trial, one that went on for so long that eventually every single voice that could be heard was. At one point, Zariel was one such person who had been fighting evil for so long, she struggled to be heard for her own testimony, reached forward and tried to speak, and was told that the celestial court would no longer be able to speak on behalf of the matter. What happened then was Asmodeus stepped forth and gave his own testimony, professing himself necessary to fight off against the Blood War. For those of you uninitiated, the Blood War is an ever-going conflict between the devils of the Nine Hells and the demons of the Abyss. Fought over the river Styx, and the battle plane is Avernus itself. Now, the demons they're a different kind of evil. Honest, cruel, terrible, and will destroy everything because it is in their nature. Now, evil is evil, but at least with lawful evil such as devils, you understand that there's structure, not just wanton violence, always a purpose. And purpose is what separates devils from demons. One does it for the carnal delight of it, the other for a purpose. And Asmodeus claimed that that purpose was to defend the rest of the realms of existence from the ever-growing demons and all 666 layers of spewing forth of chaotic energy that the Abyss held. The Nine Hells rapidly replenished from the evil souls, claiming that they were repurposing them. Eventually, there was an outcry between Zariel and the rest of the court itself, and the Bodron adjudicator ruled that there could be no verdict rendered. And so Asmodeus went back. But Zariel fell. She approached Asmodeus on a hunt and led several Hell Riders into the gates to destroy him. From there, all we know is that Zariel spoke with Asmodeus, and by the end of the conversation, she was the ruler of Avernus, the plane where she could happily kill as many demons as she could. Now, I left a little while after that. My purpose in hell was altruistic. I was supposed to fight the demons themselves, and left this plane to seek out help. I was unsuccessful, bound in the shield, and placed at the center of Baldur's Gate, and watched the city decay into the wanton violence and scum that it is now. That is where you find me.
Cool story, Shield Bro, but what wasn't cool was when you made me see demons. What was that about?
What?
You made me see demons. That wasn't cool. Was it because I picked you up off the wall? Were you comfy?
I did not force any thought into your head.
That's shit and you know it. No, I picked you up and I was suddenly entranced. I don't know, were you mad?
Are you certain it was
Can you
something...
feel anger?
I can feel anger. Righteous, pure, unbridled anger.
Can I do an insight check on Oliver?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a D12.
Oliver's confused. He is matching up one thing that does not make sense with another thing that does not make sense.
So again, yeah.
The shield of the Hidden Lord speaks to you and says, "Are you certain that it was I that caused this?"
It only happened when I tried to look at you and picked you up.
From what I can hear, and I can hear quite a distance, there's not much to do with your shield except for taking the surroundings from where you're stationarily placed. But something doesn't match up with you. Do you know what Exito is?
No.
Then I am mistaken. I cannot speak to why you had visions, only that they did not come from me.
Well, you wizard people believe me, right?
Can I do a check on Exito? Like,
Make a religion check. This is going to be the one.
21.
You have never heard of Exito before.
Are you fucking kidding me? No.
Bold choice. Roll for initiative.
With you, fist to fist.
Dun, dun, dun.
You can take them.
I could totally take Bradley.
She
Are you
can
kidding
absolutely take me.
me? Okay.
Well, you three do all sorts of weird mind trick shit to each other. What? You can tell I'm not,
is beyond
I'm not
that.
lying to you.
I don't do mind things.
I'm not lying to you. Dig around there. Go for it.
I think you should.
You're going to scramble around in the zig salad?
Yo, fuck this brain up.
Toss
I
my
was gonna go
salad
straight to
down.
the
Stop
source,
it.
but okay, y'all nasty.
Stop it. Stop it right now.
All right, let's
Okay?
do this. Movie
You
time.
know what you did.
I did.
Alrighty. Go for it. You're going to cast Detect Thoughts and you're going to dig?
Well, I've had it up this whole time. I can
Alright.
just shift it
Oh.
over.
How long
Yeah.
does that last for?
Is it
Up to
okay
1
with you
minute.
if he does?
1 minute? Definitely
Yeah.
a minute has
I
passed.
got nothing
Okay.
to hide.
I'll
He re-
recast it.
He recast Detect Thoughts. Are you a willing participant?
I have nothing to hide.
Do you consent to mind digging?
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now.
He already missed what I said earlier. So.
I know. Both of you are in timeout.
Alrighty. You dig past the very real memories of everything that Oliver has said. You imagine the face of his father and his brothers, his mom. You see the conflict as it is in there. And as you go deeper and deeper in through all these memories, there's a faint shimmer of as if something is here that was planted. And you dig deeper, past the dark, past the sound of drums and continuous shouting, screaming, and eventually you hear Exito. And do you understand a Celestial? You hear speaking in Celestial that you do not understand. And you see a void of light and a being cloaked in gold and white. And you see blood upon their metal.
Even though I can't understand it, can I understand the intent?
It appears to be a holy warrior of some sort.
Okay. Were there any significant symbols between the parents' childhood and the emptiness before the planted object?
Nothing that all of them seem to have like a weird kind of sheen to them, as though like there's just kind of a shimmering effect around everything, as though it indicates the planting of like almost a modified memory spell, but one that is way more extensive and done over years.
How many years?
So would I be privy to that kind of? Would I have like figured that out?
You could probably surmise that there's been some heavy level magical modification done on the memory of Oliver Closeoff.
Okay, wonderful. Now we have
Do we
evidence.
realize by digging through his memories that his name is fake? Please say yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it is in fact Justin Cider. No. There are some people who did not like that inclusion. Okay.
Rachel's screaming in the background.
There is a single symbol that you see on the armor of this person. It is a white gauntlet holding a flaming sword.
Not that?
He's drawing it.
Oh.
Neat. That's, yeah, that'll do.
Okay. I don't know what I can do here. Is there any way I can like hypnotize him and then does he see what I see? What's going on?
Nope.
Like, if I'm in there, then.
Nope.
All right. I'm gonna go back out and actually draw the symbol
Okay.
and show it to him.
You recognize a white gauntleted fist as being the symbol for Torm, the god that actually Fabius Krieg worships.
Yeah.
The flaming upright sword is that of Tempest, the god of war. Yep, that's what you get.
Okay.
What to do with this information? I relay all of it to him.
I should have asked you for a religious check. I'm dumb.
That's fine. I would have nailed it.
Roll. Now. There was a stare at you. Felt that?
Yeah.
Because I felt that.
There's a lot of times I just stare Bradley down, and I don't get it on camera, but I do it a lot.
Because you dare let me pull these
I
dice
just
out.
intimidate him in the corner.
Alright, well,
Getting bullied hard, guys.
They're fine.
Can we scoot the bench
did I
back
get
in?
his actual name?
What's up?
Can we
Did I
scoot the
get
bench?
his actual name?
You hear Exito. You don't know if it's directed at him or if it's towards someone else.
Alright, Oliver, look at this. So, I don't know what happened in there. I can't completely explain it, but you're exotone now. To me, at least. Until we figure out what's going on.
I like your name. I think it's nice.
I don't know. No. That's impossible.
That's impossible!
Oh my god, ew.
Don't.
Okay, can we scoot the bench in?
Yeah, let's do this.
There we go.
Big scooch?
Big scooch.
Big scooch.
Well, don't we have important things to attend to, or is this kind of...
You got Zaj, and you've got some unfinished business elsewhere in the city.
I feel like we don't really have time to be opening a lot more questions. Sounds like a pretty
I mean,
time-sensitive...
I just wanted to have dinner so we could talk and like. The Shield said that if we're gonna go to hell, we have to be able to trust each other and know each other.
I'm not lying to any of you. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We know that.
We know.
Do you, though? You all seem kind of on edge now.
I've seen. I trust.
I mean, you guys know about me. But no too.
Open book
Yeah.
entirely.
Are there any, like, collections of libraries or bookstores nearby?
Are there? Probably. There's probably a place where you can find books if you want.
Something with history.
Okay.
So I can actually research the subject and see if we can figure anything out.
You know, you could probably find it in Baldur's Gate. Candlekeep is a renowned, like, look, I'm gonna go ahead and say what everyone's thinking. Eventually your path goes to Candlekeep.
Yeah, we're going to Candlekeep, that's for sure.
Let's just get our money first.
There you go.
Okay.
Never mind. I was like, you went to Candlekeep, but you didn't go to Candlekeep, no? Yeah?
Did I? No.
No.
I don't remember.
You're from Candlekeep. Yeah.
I gotta look at my notes.
Go for it. I don't want to give anything about Allison's character away if she wants to hold on to that information or not, so I won't confirm or deny anything about Allison's character. For right now, I will say that you know that she went to an academy for magic. She was taught, and she was...
I know that you got kicked out, but I'm not telling anybody.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean, we all have to be honest with each other. Is there anything you guys would like to bring to the table? Since y'all have been rooting around in my
We
mind.
literally mind fucked you, and we haven't told you anything
Yeah,
about us.
I'm a little sore.
Oh, stop it.
You'll get used to it. I'm going to bed. That was a lot. I feel like we should see Zod in the morning. I don't know what to do right now.
Zeren, You can tell us things.
Like what? You've already seen it all, heard it all.
Did you tell him about your dad?
What?
How they
That he
paid
runs
me? They
our
paid
family?
me to drag him there one day. That was fun.
Did we not tell them?
Okay, fine. We're all being honest, yeah? I look at Oliver first, and I speak telepathically to him.
Okay.
So I can do this, and I don't know why.
Oh, interesting.
And then I do the same thing to Zeren.
Oh, okay.
Like that makes sense.
Like,
Okay. Yeah. Well,
wait. You don't do that and not
Can we
tell us,
respond?
right? You're not digging through our
Yeah,
thoughts.
Okay.
Like,
I don't mean to.
what do you mean you don't mean to? Like,
How
Her
do you-
kind cannot peer deeper than what is surface level.
Kind?
You don't know. Interesting.
Shield Daddy, tell us more.
you have class.
And that's the name of the episode.
I did it again, y'all.
One of your family members had to have had it. What was your mother?
Sorry?
What was your mother?
Human.
And your father?
Human.
One of them was a Kalashtar. That's what you are.
dum dum dum.
History check?
Go for it.
I'm like, what?
We all do history check.
That's gonna be a 22.
22.
Holly's my
So one thing of weird interest to you was the dream plane. There's a theory written by a very renowned wizard who was able to basically write up his thesis that the idea that parallel dimensions exist and that the planes of existence might have echoes throughout everything. One of these echoes belongs to essentially what are dream monsters. There are people that are inspired by these dream monsters called Kalashtar. And because of the relationship with these creatures, they are able to essentially have supernatural abilities. But you've only read about them briefly. I mean,
Yeah.
Even with the extensive role that you did, that's about as much information as you understand.
Cool. And I stand up and I walk out. I got some reading to do. I got some figuring out to do.
You're not going anywhere. We made dinner. You guys do dishes.
I'm already face down in bed.
And I get off scot-free. Leave.
Hey, what was about that strangling guy? Since apparently we're doing dishes now.
I just felt
I'm updating my race.
What's up?
I'm updating my race.
All right. People, we have a race change. That's a weird thing to say.
That's not a normal thing.
Oh,
You
that's
can't
not-
change races
yeah.
in real life.
It's not connecting,
No matter
never
what you
mind.
think.
Oh, cool. Alrighty.
Somebody else can help me.
Yeah, no. It's, it just felt like the right and just thing to do.
I know. Sometimes you can't help it.
Yeah.
Did you like it when I lopped his head off, or the top of it at least? That was
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
I was kind of scared you were gonna get my hand, but that's fine.
Oh no, you're short enough.
That's fair. She is 5'3", so that's very fair.
Everett, while in this room, I don't know if you're helping with dishes or not.
He's just sitting there.
You do notice that the shield itself seems somewhat tilted towards looking at the two of them. You just notice this, and you don't recall it being angled in such a way.
I take out my sword and I angle it the other way.
Alrighty, you do so. And now it's staring straight at you.
And then I just go to a room.
And as you look out the door, now I'm kidding. You see a crow. Nope. Just throw all the references in. So, the two of you complete your dishes. You
get proficiency.
thanklessly have made dinner. No-
Proficient in chores.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I don't care.
Zeren
I'm
is
asleep.
asleep. Everett, you're going to bed?
Yes.
Rowan?
My race is invalid.
Wow.
Now you know
This
how
is why we need representation.
Oh, I'm so sorry that came out.
It's a good thing we
We
can
love
edit
you.
it now.
Yeah, we can edit that out. We'll fix that in post.
That's the real name of the episode.
No.
Fix it in post. That's it right there. And you thought you had to worry about me.
At least I said it. At least I said it.
Moving on
Anyways,
immediately.
sorry.
Yeah, we need to move on before something
My
happens.
race is invalid.
I want to go. Let's tax this Captain Zod guy. Let's really give him, really grind his gears.
Let's go get this paper.
The usual.
Alrighty.
Worry about your own business. Chase a bag. Let's go.
You go to Serpent
Exactly.
Gate, find his usual area of habitation, and as you walk into the area, you're greeted by him. He's like, "Well, welcome back. Were you successful on your journey? I heard certain things about the Philamra estate,
What'd you hear?
that you were successful. Now, I want to be frank. We agreed on some monetary compensation, but." And as he's saying that, the door swings open, and a woman of maybe her late 50s with red hair, but with a silver kind of a silver gray line just going down the front part of her hair into her bangs, walks in heavily armored, and she says, "Captain Zodge." And Zodge kind of like looks awestruck. He's like, "Commander Portier," he like stands up, and all the soldiers immediately go to attention. Like, I was told you were in Cholt. She's like, "I was, but expedited my moves here after I heard what happened." "Who are they?" They're like, "They're adventurers who assisted with a miner." He's like, "That'll be enough. I expect you've been properly compensated."
Not at all.
Yeah. And he's been garnishing our wages. And I hold up the badge.
Is that right?
Yeah.
But you're not a member of the Flaming Fist. You're not in uniform yourself, so I imagine a freelancer, an adventurer.
Undercover.
Yeah.
Interesting. And what was this minor job?
Can I say that who we killed? Am I allowed to say that, guys? I've said that out loud, by the way.
I mean, if he's gonna say it, he's gonna say it.
We eliminated someone.
And who would this be?
Well, I mean,
Miscreants in Round Town.
yeah. And a bigger miscreant.
The Van Damme.
And her.
She like
Mostly.
stands toe to toe with you. She says, "You're a soldier.
See?
You carry yourself as one.
Yeah.
Tell me the truth."
Well, we infiltrated a hostile homestead, dispatched multiple engaged in, enemies, tangos, however you want to call them. They did things. We cornered the Van Camper woman, whatever her name was. I crushed her son's head under my boot, and then I bisected her.
And the intent of all this, Zodge? He kind of like stammers, like, we had reason to suspect they were funding a cult that, thank you, sir, that, frankly, was being funded to kill people around city and taking advantage of certain. He's like, that'll be enough.
To be fair,
Yeah, there is
despite our orders,
there is
it
truth
was
to that.
it was part of our own accord as well because we found evidence of not so savory actions.
They were colluding with devils and just all sorts of terrible acts.
We saved the city, you're welcome.
And you?
We.
Him.
He saved the city with us.
He was on, he was on a mission from Candlekeep, and it just so happened to coincide with us.
Yeah.
So there's got to be something bigger in all of this that you must know about.
She goes around the table, like around the desk, the bureau that Zodge is sitting at, and begins to like pull out a small drawer. She says, "Zodge, you're in my seat," and he like stands up immediately and like dusts it off. He's like, "Indeed, the reports have reached me on Jolt through sending spell. It was expedited my travel here through magic, and I seem to understand that El Terrell, a sister city, was disappeared off the map, and I heard connections with devilry and Thalamra's pursuits, and I have not been sitting by idly." It opens up. "Now, I understand that you are the most informed people on this particular subject, and if it weren't for what Fabius Creek did, El Terrell would still be here. Does that add up to the evidence that you found?
I'd say so.
So then you are heroes of the city, self-proclaimed,
I never said anything.
Just doing a job.
I mean,
and getting paid for it handsomely." And she goes ahead and she puts over a large amount of like platinum that falls over. She says, "Now, this here should suffice to a certain degree. I'm keeping the chest. It's nice. What I got from an old friend." He goes ahead and places it back in the bureau. "But you're welcome to take as much as you can carry from this small pile here. And I will say that while I will request the badges of the Flaming Fist be returned, since your job is completed, that you should pursue this particular endeavor to its end. And by that, I mean that as long as there is evil within Baldur's Gate, I will supply a reasonable amount of troops to assist you in any other devil incursions happening throughout the city,
We get cannon fodder.
provided they're not fanciful. I am low on people who I can trust, and even lower on competent soldiers."
Well, then we'll only use what we really need. I'm sure we can manage by ourselves at least for some time.
Very good. I will also allow you to leave Baldur's Gate, as it's currently on lockdown for the refugee crisis has become untenable. A situation that is continuously developing day by day, no thanks to certain people. She kind of eyes Zodge and he immediately like looks straight ahead. You can see him kind of like sweating a little bit. The first time you've seen him truly unnerved.
I
Now,
think it's wonderful to help the refugees. I'm one myself, kind of.
it's good when you can handle the help, but I don't believe that we would be able to offer them a better life inside of our walls at this time. Crime running rampant, they would just be picked upon by the pickpockets, lowlives, and the guild itself.
Baldur's Gate is very different from El Terrell.
Very. But it is not without certain advantages. What will you do now? Where does the next thread lead?
We're going to hell.
We're going to Candles.
What?
Really quick, how much platinum is in there?
A reasonable amount.
Okay, cool.
Are you going to count it in front of her?
I've been.
No, I'm not. I'm just curious.
I can say you can scoop up a bunch and then we'll decide how much in a second.
Cool.
Whatever space is left in my bag.
Yeah, I take as much. Surprisingly, I take as much as I can.
Okay, so that will be a grand total of, between everyone, 87 platinum pieces.
I only take two. One for me, one for Mint.
Got
We
it.
hold our allegiance to this.
Okay,
So
85
85,
by 4. That's
which is
22,
850 gold
It's
divided by
87.
4.
21,
He took 2.
Oh.
22, and then 1 extra.
About 212 gold each when you convert it.
Okay.
Plus the gold we had before.
Yeah, you gained 400 before.
now, you're heading to Candlekeep. May I endeavor to know why?
It seems like that's the next place that we need to go for our work.
I do like the idea of fighting the enemy where they live. If this is where your journey takes you, so be it. If you need any assistance from the Flaming Fist, Zaj will be compliant to assist you.
Thank you.
Before we take off, what were you fighting? Because they don't seem to agree with me that there's been this orc conflict going on.
I've been on Schultz. Do you know Schultz?
I have not had the pleasure.
It's a godforsaken island in the middle of the Sea of Swords. And there was currently a death curse that was plaguing the land some years ago. Well, I had the honor of meeting a few such individuals, an elf, half-orc. There was a interesting woman, human perhaps, though I cannot be certain, and a gnome who crossed my path, in tow with a Goliath for some time, who saw to the end of that death curse. And I've learned to understand that there are certain jobs that soldiers themselves cannot do, but the right people in the right circumstances, fortified properly, can accomplish. Although I know nothing of this incursion you're talking about.
I mean, it was
You can
yeah,
keep
whatever.
asking,
Okay.
but wait.
I've been abroad for some time.
I don't know what to take from that. Same thing we've heard every time. So. Well, I mean,
If there's nothing else,
I see nothing left but to follow our course.
well, step lightly. Baldur's Gate is still not safer than you left it.
Nor has it ever been.
Take care.
Thank
Oh,
you.
and leave your badges. Don't think I forgot. And your gun.
Can I like?
You're out of control. Give me the donut also. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
She takes it, eye contact.
Oh my God. Strangely aroused.
So we're dipping out, yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can.
Cool.
As you guys
Let's
walk
jam.
out, you go ahead and make a perception check for me, Merritt.
Okay.
Actually, everyone in the party can make it.
A 16.
16?
Yeah.
Very good.
I too have rolled. Wait. No,
Also,
18.
Just
Very
saying,
What check is
along
it?
the way,
Perception.
I stop by the Shrine of Suffering and give them 100 gold pieces.
Holy crap.
14.
24.
24. Zeren, you notice and call attention to a small dove that flies and lands on Oliver's sword.
No, I rolled an 18, so I don't know if that makes a difference.
I don't. Do I have any
Yeah.
seeds on me? Anything like that? Any kind of food? I mean,
I mean,
I think.
you probably have rations on you, sure.
Yeah.
It loves rations.
I'm gonna break off a piece of one and just see if I can feed it. I guess.
I'm not hungry. What are you doing? What are you? Why are you?
Zaren's the only one that sees it?
No, you all see it.
Okay.
What is it? Is it a bee? Get it off.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
The bees.
Why are you feeding the bee a piece of bread?
It's not a bee. It's okay.
They like sugar water.
But
on
it doesn't
petals.
respond.
It does not respond to the food. It merely seems to like stand there.
But we all see it.
Yeah,
I hold my hand out to it.
it does hop on your wrist.
It's good to see you again.
I want to try that. And just like hold my hand out for it to hop on.
It does not hop onto yours.
You guys are fucking weird. And then I leave.
As you go, you do see this crow that like flies and keeps its shadow on Oliver. You can kind of just hear, just above you, ha!
Oh God, it's back.
Wait, I look at the dove to see if it reacts to the crow.
It like straightens up its feathers a little bit and like,
And like does that angry bird thing?
Yeah. it does take off in the direction of the crow. The crow, seeming to notice that this dove is after it, goes ahead and changes its flight pattern away from Oliver.
I left. Don't look at me.
Where are you going?
It's
To see now the
I
birds.
like, do birds follow you often?
I don't know. The crow does.
Not the peace and quiet.
The crow time.
I'd like to imagine you're running after me like this with the dove still hanging onto your
No,
finger.
the dove
like
did.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah, that was like peace out.
Alrighty. Is there anything you guys would like to do in Baldur's Gate?
I feel like there's not too much for us to do anymore, yeah?
I mean, I would love to find the shield for the Blazing Stars, but we have like
They
no
are
lead.
lovely people.
I'll go put another 200 down on my armor.
Okay. Done deal.
Is it done by now, or?
It is complete by now. So that's 700. You've got 300 gold left in it.
No.
Go on,
We
150?
favor for a favor, so.
Can I go with him?
Oh yeah, I can say sure. I mean, Oliver did not say he wanted to be stealthy. I'll say that you all head over to the Dancing Axe.
Yeah.
That dwarf is hanging out there. He says, "I've completed your armor, but I mean, I need to see it." Well, you go ahead and you pay him. You've said so. He's like, "All right, that's 300 left. Your job."
Well, I mean, do you need something done real quick?
I mean, you can pay me in magical items that you find along your journey. Just be sure to drop them off here. As long as the amount is over the amount due, then I call us square.
Sounds good. I'll
Pretty
shake on
much.
it.
Do it.
Speaking of magical items,
Yeah.
anything that would be of use to a caster?
Nope. Merely armors and weapons in here.
He said, fuck off.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Sorry, which was helpful. Oh, wait.
Can I what?
Hang on a second.
No, I got it. Yeah.
Wizard came in here a while back, sold me a small book, pretty badly beaten up, but it does contain a couple of spells that'd be interesting to you. And for the sake of this, I'm not going to go ahead and say specifically which spells they are. I'll say that's a conversation that you and I can have, price being roughly about 100 gold per spell, and you can note a maximum of 3 from this book.
Okay.
Man, being a wizard is expensive.
It
It's like
is.
having a PhD.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm sorry.
That's why I
Who
like
spent
being a
1,000
warlock.
gold on armor?
Yeah, but the difference between you two is like she is trapped in like university trying to get multiple PhDs.
I'll go ahead and pay him the
You
300
have a muscle
gold,
car,
and
Like,
then
you
I'll
just
pick
have
out
a
spells
really
and
nice
discuss them
car.
later.
That's the difference.
Thank you.
Leather.
Leather interior, custom.
Yeah, Corinthian.
Rolling in style.
Yeah, it's not a thing. It's fake.
Alrighty. Anything else anyone else would like to do?
No, let's do this.
Alrighty.
Let's
So
go
you're,
to hell.
alrighty, you guys are leaving Baldur's Gate.
Oh my god, we finally get to be level 5.
I gotta get some Candlekeep first.
Oh.
And immediately.
Listen, it's all about manifestation, okay? You have to envision yourself.
He's like,
I
you didn't think
am
the session
level
was that
5.
short, did you?
As you're leaving, as you're getting your belongings, you do see Captain Zodge carrying behind him with a bunch of other soldiers, several horses, and a mule with a cart. And he kind of he hands one of the reins to anyone who'll pick it. He's like, Commander Portier thought it would be some of importance to you if you are traveling to Candlekeep to have proper mounts and provisions to get there.
Thank
Very
you,
kind.
Captain
Thank you
Zod.
very much.
Okay.
Without you, we would be not nearly as rich as we are.
Right away and be like,
I'm joking.
I wouldn't be.
Do you understand where all that platinum came from? Where do you think she just had that handy? She didn't walk in with it. Do you imagine that maybe that was something being held onto for some seasoned members of the Flaming Fist? People who put hard work into Baldur's Gate? Suppose you didn't think about that.
I take 12 gold and I put it in his hand.
He takes it, makes a fist with you, and he just throws it on the ground. He's like, I don't want your money. I asked you to do a job and I was gonna pay you for it. Instead, I look like a loser.
Hey, you didn't need us for that.
You could have done the job yourself.
And it's rude to turn down charity, especially when it seems like you need it.
Charity. This is Baldur's Gate.
And-
The only charity you get is the ones that you make with your own hands living.
Then you should maybe take a lesson from people who have done better than you. And pick up the gold while you're at it.
He does not. Turns, leaves. The rest of the soldiers like look at that and like they go ahead and go over to you and like hand reins to each of you. Falster gets on his. Mint gets on hers.
What type of armor is he wearing?
That's an interesting question to ask. He is technically he's statted as a veteran, so I wouldn't be able to tell you that.
They just got armored class.
Yeah, they just got AC.
I've seen them bed stats.
Why do you ask?
Oh, you know, the usual. We've already heard him enough.
He's got split mail on.
Split mail. That can be metal, right?
That poor horse.
Reasonably, yes.
Reasonably?
He's being a bully. I think it's reasonable.
I think it's reasonable.
This poor man.
Meredith's officially snapped, and I just want to apologize to everybody.
That's fine. You're on a mission, man.
I saw a little bit of live come through there.
Yeah, that was all
I
Liv.
can't see metal.
Alrighty.
A little bit.
Just so a warm metal.
Cast something
warm
just
metal.
a little bit.
Make it roll sweaty.
Just like a little sauna. The self-body sauna.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, oh my gosh, there's no save for it. They just take damage. This is awful.
Like I said, that poor horse.
You love to see it, folks. You love to see it.
Go ahead and roll 2d8 for me there, Jonathan.
Unless you saw me hate to see it.
12.
So you begin to
So
hear,
fully.
and he begins to like quickly like disrobe, like, like he's burning his fingers trying to take the stuff off it. As he's pretty much uncloaked with just like street clothes underneath. He's like, who did this? Who did it? Like he's going up to like random commoners.
Maybe you should calm down before you get a little too heated.
Adventurers.
Roll right away backwards with the horse. Playing.
I'm getting on the horse. I'm out of here. I'm over him.
And so you go to Candleteeth.
Ron's like,
Production, give me the countdown real quick. Alrighty. So, you guys pass by Worm's Crossing, which is two great bridges that meet at a tall, rocky island that rises from the middle of the Kyanthar River. Buildings and merchant stalls line the sides of both bridges, making it impossible to see the river from the narrow, congested roadway that cuts between those structures. Wooden drawbridges connect the two bridges to a keep situated atop the island. You guys have been here before to check out on your fucking hell. To check out on Oliver's involvement in record keeping. The flags of Baldur's Gate and the Flaming Fist were waved proudly above this fortress. Allison, what is Rowan's passive perception?
12.
Cool. And what small items is she carrying?
She's on a horse.
Yep.
Yeah.
In a very congested roadway where she's forced to go slowly.
I actually don't have the right sheet for that. Hang on. I have it on here.
you have your daggers.
Yeah, I have the regular daggers and the magic ones.
Okay.
Well, what's the riding order? What's the riding order?
Yeah, what order are we in?
I don't know.
I got last.
Can we like roll for that? Just roll for that really quick. And then we'll...
Okay.
Like initiative for
D4?
riding order?
That's it.
Oh, initiative? I like that.
Yeah,
So, like, no
you,
deck?
Mint, and Falster would probably at the front.
Just straight roll?
I got a nat 20, so.
So you're up in front.
I've got a 3.
12.
You're at the back of the line, dude. Because I'm at 5.
Alright, well, tried to help you.
So I'm
Alrighty.
pulling up her inventory.
You can go ahead and get rid of the mending one.
Okay. It's fine. Well, I had it on my person.
Is there no
On my
like
waist.
save.
Waste is accessible. You got the True Strike one. You're gonna be shit for taking away mending?
I just wanted the fancy matching daggers. That's fine.
Everyone wants a fancy magic dagger. Some people want fancy magic items.
They know where the money's at.
Look, you're going to Candlekeep. Baldur's Gate is not your place
I'm
to...
fine. It's fine.
Look, I'm just saying. Moving on. Alrighty. So as Worm's Crossing and Baldur's Gate begin to disappear from you, you are finally let out of Baldur's Gate amid several refugees that are crowding around trying to get onto Worm's Crossing to enter into the city. You guys leave Baldur's Gate officially. And as you do, you find yourselves down the coastway, a dirt road that leads to such distant lands as Tethir, Am, and Kalimshan. Candlekeep lies some 150 miles to the south and west, a 5-day journey. Coming up the road toward you is a human farmer riding on the front of a hay-filled wagon pulled by 2 draft horses. The farmer gives you a friendly wave and draws the wagon near to you guys.
Guten Tag.
You guys do anything?
Oh,
I greeted
wave back.
I greeted him. I mean,
Alrighty. So,
really.
as he gets close to you guys, you see his form shift and horns grow out of his head and wings spurt from his back. He says, "We're going to be taking that shield." And then 3 people hop out of the hay bales, and that is where we will end tonight's session.
Wait, do I still have the shield?
Yep. You didn't let go of it.
Shield Daddy.
Thank you all for joining us on this episode of D&D Tonight. Our next show will be on March the 9th, where we are doing
Well, 8.
our next episode will be D&D Tonight, but we are also doing a special one-shot for International Women's Day on the 8th that our very own Liv is going to be running as a dungeon master.
Have you ever seen somebody puke on camera? Tune in to see it, because it'll happen.
We are having an all-lady cast, and
Dungeon
we're showing
journey.
our appreciation for the wonderful things that every woman in your life should be thanked for, because you guys are just the best.
Aw, thanks, friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's gonna be...
Fuck you, Adam, Dom, and John. Anyway.
To be all ladies, lady DM, lady players, International Women's Day. Watch it, support it, love it.
And then
Please, I need it. God.
2 things I wanted to put forth. We are also going to be producing a lot of content on the 9th, which, of course, we're going to be releasing in episodic format like we're kind of doing now, which will be including another one-shot from, I can go ahead and announce this now, I think. Yeah, production's giving me the okay. Dominic is running an all-bard game.
Wait, all bards?
All
well,
bards.
you're all at least half bard.
Fun fact, I've never played a bard, and
Mavis.
I'm gonna
Mavis, yeah.
I'm gonna hate for this. I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I think bard's my least favorite class, so this will be fun.
And we
I have a
also
Holy class, I'll show you already.
have a
Oh, I
Atlantis-inspired
have a
one-shot
Oh,
yeah.
going to be running by Jonathan,
Yeah.
and we will be including some special guests from that, players from the show. We'll be doing episodes of Descent into Avernus as well to continue the narrative. And we've just got a lot of really cool stuff coming up. And if we hit 200 subscribers on YouTube, I'm going to buy matching shirts for me and Adam to wear. And they're going to be Hawaiian themed.
Yeah.
What
we're
are you?
large.
I wear XL.
Okay, well, we don't need to talk about that because it doesn't matter as long as you look good in what you wear.
It's true. Bam. Anyway, thank you all for joining us on this. It's always a blast.
Nice of you to encourage him.
Shut up, Adam.
Hey, it is 2020, okay? Body positivity, not just for women, but all peoples, okay? I'm not here for it.
Thank you for watching the show. Good night.